Hi everybody, welcome back once again. We're going to be doing some yoga. You know what to do. Get your stuff, put on some stretchy clothes. I'll see you right back here. Hi again. We're going to be starting sitting on our heels in Virasana. So have a seat. And of course, if you like, you can always take a block between the feet if that helps to sit a little higher to take pressure off your knees. You can slide a blanket behind the knees or sit on anything. Or, if you really need to, just take a cross-legged seat. If that makes the most sense, please modify your practice today as you see fit. Challenge yourself where you can, but back off if needed. From your hero pose, you can stay right here on the heels, right? The knees stay close together. If you have space to do so, if it feels agreeable with the knees, keep the knees together, separate your heels, so now your sit bones settle closer toward your mat. Same thing, hands on the legs. Option if you want to work it a little bit deeper. Bring both hands behind you. You can settle here. Lift slightly off the heels, lengthening the tailbone so you feel the quads light up. That might be a nice wake-up stretch. If you are super loosey-goosey and you want to go for it, you can always just bring your elbows back. I wouldn't recommend going too much deeper than this since we're just starting, right? Head back. You can hold there. I'm going to bring it back up a little bit and just let the chest stay lifted, the heart stay open. And let's take another deep breath or two right here. And one hand at a time as you come up, come forward. You can shake out your feet a little bit. Now tucking your toes, shift your weight toward your heels. Going for a nice toe stretch. Really good for the arches of the feet, the fascia. Loosening things up. And if you're someone that experiences plantar fasciitis, right, this is a good way to stretch out the bottoms of your feet as well. And coming up off your heels, extend the right leg straight back behind you, float the right leg up and bring the right knee outside the left leg. Feel free to shift back if you choose. We'll hold for a breath. And come back up. Return the right knee over, go the other way, left leg back, toes tucked. Now lift the left leg, bring your left knee outside the right leg, shift back, hold, one more breath. And coming back up and coming onto your hands and knees. Tucking your toes, let's come to downward facing dog, hips up and back. You're welcome to walk out the feet a little in your first down dog if that feels good. And big inhale, heels up. Big exhale, heels down. Come forward to plank pose, lower all the way onto your belly. And untuck the toes, slide the hands forward, set up a brief Sphinx pose. Hug the elbows in, elbows bending at a 90-degree angle. You can hold it here, drop the shoulders back a little, or if you'd like to deepen the stretch, lightly press through the hands, lift your elbows, coming into seal pose. And let's hold it here for another deep breath. We'll release, elbows down, meeting in Sphinx. Slide the hands back to opposite sides of your chest and press on to hands and knees into a brief child's pose. Shift back. Let's hold here for another deep breath. We'll come back onto hands and knees, returning to downward facing dog. Lifting up the right leg, bend the knee, open the hip, head down, peek under the left arm, give it a breath. I will level out the hips. Bring your right knee through the hands like you're doing pigeon pose, but we're not going to do pigeon. Bring the right knee closer to the middle. Slide your left knee up behind the right. Slide both feet out to the side so there's space for you to sit back, and now your right leg crosses over the left. Make sure both sit bones settle on the mat. We'll do a little seated spinal twist. Lengthen the spine, sit tall. Now twist to your right side. Hold for another deep breath. Coming back to center, little counter stretch, go left. Center it out, come forward. Slide the left leg back, slide your right leg back, down dog. Lift the left leg, bend the knee, open the hip, head down. Peek under the right arm. We'll level out the hips, bring your left knee in through the center. Your right knee slides up behind the left, your feet out to the sides, now sitting back. Your left leg crosses over on top. Make sure the sit bones both are level on the mat. Crown of the head, reach it up to the sky, twist left. Look left, one more breath. Return to center, little counter stretch, go right. Center it out, come forward. Right leg back, left leg back to down dog. One more breath. And look forward through the hands, walk or hop your feet to the front. Fold over the legs when you get there. Separate your feet as wide as the edges of your mat. Let's do a little malasana squat pose. You can either come halfway into it, right? Elbows on the thighs. You can sit on a block, or if you feel good to go, put a nice bend in the knees. Your elbows line up inside the knees. Tailbone down, chest up, and let's hold for another deep breath. And pressing down through the legs, nice and strong. Inhale, lift up, arms high. Exhale, dive over the legs. Lift your chest, big inhale. Step the left leg back as you exhale, low lunge. And come into Vashisthasana, side plank, face the right side. Stack the right leg on top. Let's do a little mini flip while we're here. Take your top foot, step it behind you, sweep the right arm over, hold for a breath. Let's come back to center plank. Breathe in. We'll chaturanga or drop the knees. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and let's give it 2 or 3 deep breaths. One more breath. And from your downward facing, look forward, walk or hop your feet to the front. Chest up, inhale. Exhale, round, feet to the edges of the mat. Angle the toes out a little, malasana, bend the knees deep. Palms together, elbows inside the knees, chest up, one more breath. We'll press down, inhale, launch right up into the stretch, dive over the legs, chest up on the inhale. This time, step the right leg back, low lunge. Take side plank, Vashisthasana, stack the left leg on top of the right. We'll do the mini flip again. It's the top leg, the top foot, step it behind you. Sweep the left arm over, one breath. Return to center plank, breathing in. Chaturanga, breathing out. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Of course, you're always welcome to settle into a brief child's pose if you choose. 2 more full breaths. Looking forward through the hands, walk or hop your feet to the front. Chest up, inhale. Exhale, round down, feet together all the way. Sit deep in chair pose, Utkatasana, and bring the palms together at the heart. Shift your weight to the right leg, take your left ankle above the right knee for a standing figure 4. Feel free to sit a little deeper into it if you can. Maybe the arms rest on the top shin. One more breath. We'll go right into standing split pose. So release the left leg, lower your hands, head down, left leg up, one breath. Low lunge, step back. Turn your back heel, 45-degree angle, Parsvottanasana, straighten the front leg. Round down, give it a breath. You can always put blocks under the hands if you like. Let's take it to warrior 2. You can soften a bend in the right knee, readjust the back foot, press down, come up and reach out. Reverse the warrior, sweep the right arm over. And lower the hands to the inside of the right foot. Let's travel to the left, coming into wide-legged fold, Prasarita. Bring the right toes in, fold over the legs. Option to go hands down, head down, or if you like, maybe interlace fingers behind the back and stretch the arms over. All right. The goal, we want the crown of the head reaching for the mat, sit bones up, micro bend in the knees, keep the legs nice and strong. Let's meet in center with hands down, chest up. We'll take it to low lunge at the front. Pivot, walk your hands around, and let's go right into pigeon pose. Bring the right knee through the left leg back. Sit tall and walk the hands out. Of course, modify here if you need. Let's hold for another deep breath or 2. And coming out, we'll slide the hands in, head up, downward facing dog, press back. You can hold your down dog or flow through your plank chaturanga up dog. Meeting in down dog. Let's give it another deep breath. Looking forward through the hands, step or float the feet to the front. Chest up, inhale. Exhale, round it down, feet back together. Chair pose, Utkatasana, sit deep, arms up. Palms to prayer, standing figure 4, right ankle above the left knee. Sit deep if you can, maybe resting arms on the top shin. One more breath. Take it to standing split. We'll release the right leg up as the hands lower down, head down, right leg all the way to the sky. We'll take it to low lunge, step back, Parsvottanasana, right heel on the mat, 45-degree angle, straighten the left leg. Blocks if you want to use them under the hands for a little bit of height. Forehead to the left shin, one breath. We'll take it to warrior two, bending up at the left knee, readjust the back foot, press down, come up, arms out, one breath. We'll reverse warrior, left arm over. Hands to the inside of your left foot will travel to the right. Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged fold. Your feet 3 to 4 feet apart. Again, you can either just lower down, hands down. I always like to go forearms on the mat because it just feels good to hang. I feel like I'm getting a nice assist from gravity here. But you can grab onto your big toes. You can hold on to the lower legs. Hands on the waist, any kind of variation that you can think of here, absolutely fine. And let's give it another deep breath. And we'll meet with hands on the mat, chest up. We'll take it to low lunge at the front, pivot, walk your hands around. We'll go into pigeon, right knee through, left leg back, sit tall. Modify as you see fit. Keep the hips level, arms out, head down. We'll give it another deep breath. Coming out, slide the hands back, head up. We'll bring it to down dog, step back. You can hold in your down dog or flow through your plank chaturanga up dog. Then hold for one more deep breath in your down dog. Soften the knees, look forward, walk or hop your feet to the front. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, round it down. We'll bring the feet together. Let's try a little more crow pose again. You want your gaze to be in front of your toes. In front of your hands. In front of your hands, these guys. And you want your hips lifting up. That is the secret to getting in. That also gives you plenty of room to lift your legs up. If you already know how to do crow and want to go into it any way you choose, by all means, go for it. Drop the palms flat, spread the fingers wide, hips up, heels up, bending at your knees, bend both elbows back. Bring the knees onto the upper arms, as close to the armpits as you can get them. Look in front of the hands, lean in. If you're looking straight down at the hands, this is not going to work. I promise you it's not going to work. But if you look in front of your fingertips, I promise you have a fighting chance here, okay? So lean forward, look forward, come up onto your big toes. When you've gone that far, lift your feet, bring your big toes together. Keep looking in front of the hands, keep lifting, hugging up and in, toes touch one more time. Let's lower the feet, sit bones up. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Let's hang over the legs and take hands to opposite elbows. Nodding the head if you like, maybe sway a little. Then switch the hands so the opposite is on top. One more breath. And settling somewhere in the middle, drop the arms toward the mat. We'll roll up slow to stand. Press down, come up. Soften the shoulders, standing tall in Tadasana. With your next big inhale, sweep the arms around. Exhale, dive over the legs. chest up, inhale. Lifting up your left leg all the way up and back. If you want to put blocks into the hands, you can. Keep your left hand down, revolved half moon, Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. Reach the right arm up. Keep the standing leg strong. Look to your right. Maybe look up, keep the left leg lifting. One more, big inhale. Exhaling, lower the right hand, low lunge, touch the left foot back on the mat. Turn the back heel down and straighten the front leg. Hold in Parsvottanasana for a breath. Come into low lunge, rebending up at the right knee. And instead of going into pigeon pose from here, we're going to take a reclining twisting stretch. So take your right foot, almost start like you're coming into pigeon, bring the right knee through, but stay lifted enough so you have space to slide your right leg through the left side toward 9 o'clock. Bring your outer right hip onto the mat. Extend your left leg straight back, toes tucked or untucked, doesn't really matter too much, just try. Your hands, your elbows on the mat. If this is deep enough, then you can stay right here. You can even, if you like, put a block under the forehead. Otherwise, if you get here and you feel like you have space to work it a little bit deeper, bring your torso all the way down. Slide both arms out to the left and to the right like airplane wings. Maybe even taking your left hand to your foot. Let's hold for another deep breath or so. And as we come out, slide the hands to opposite sides of your chest. Press up. Bring the right knee through. Sweep your left leg all the way around, starting in Sukhasana. Easy seat. Bring your left ankle in front of the right. Option, if you'd like to take Gomukhasana, bring the left knee all the way on top of the right with your feet reaching out to the sides. Take the left arm out to the left side. Reach your right arm over for a side stretch. Let's hold for one more breath. Coming back up, releasing out your legs, come to hands and knees. Downward facing dog, just as a transition, we'll look forward through the hands and step or hop the feet to the front. Folding over the legs, and this time we'll lift the chest, we'll lift the right leg up. Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana, revolved half moon, blocks under the hands if you'd like to use them here. The right hand stays down, the chest, the head stay lifted. Open your left arm to the left side. Keep the right leg lifting, look left, look up if you can for one more breath. We'll take it to Parsvottanasana, lower the left hand, step the right foot back, spin the back heel at a 45-degree angle, straighten the left leg and round. Hold here for another deep breath. Low lunge, rebending up at your left knee. Transition like you're coming into pigeon, but we're not coming into pigeon. So the left knee comes through, then your left leg slides through the right side. Lower your outer left hip onto the mat. Reach the right leg straight back behind you, toes tucked or untucked. Don't sweat it. Bend at your elbows, forearms down, option to stay here. You can put a block under the forehead. Option if you'd like to work this deeper by bringing your torso down, reaching your arms out to the left and right like airplane wings, looking right, and maybe take your right hand to your foot. We'll give it another deep breath or so. And as we come out, we'll slide both hands into opposite sides of the chest, lift up, put a bend in your left knee, bring it back onto your mat. Your right leg sweeps all the way around, Sukhasana, easy seat. Your right ankle lines up in front of your left, and you can hold it here or come into Gomukhasana, cow face. Bring your right knee over the left, the feet out to the left and to the right. Sit tall. We'll side stretch going the other way. Your right arm reaches out to the right side. Your left arm extends over. Look left, one more breath. Coming back up, unwrap your legs, and this time let's lower down all the way onto the back. When you lower back, hug your knees in, rock a little if you like, maybe take a happy baby. Completely up to you. Good. And bring both feet back down on the mat. Yogi's choice. As we get close to our Shavasana today, you can take a block or bolster, pillow, blanket, whatever prop you like, coming into bridge pose, supported. This time of year when the weather is hot, we want to make sure that we kind of ease into things, and where we can back off a little, let's try to do that while still getting the full benefit of the pose. So lift your hips, slide the prop underneath the sit bones. Now, option if you don't have a prop or you just don't want to use it, I mean, you certainly can, but just be cautious. You want to make sure that you're not overheating yourself this time of year. You don't need to go full throttle. The weather already tends to pack a 1-2 punch, so you want to make sure that you're kind of bolstering the body rather than beating it down, right? So you can hold here, and of course you can stay for the back bend. Option if you'd like to work into a modified shoulder stand right from this spot. If you're using a prop, lift your legs up. Your heels line up over the hips. The arms drop out a little bit toward the sides, and wherever you are, let's take another 2 or 3 deep breaths. Right, shoulder stand is another one that really stimulates the solar plexus chakra, which again, when it's overstimulated in the summer, can lead to overheating. But meeting halfway with a prop, great way to get the benefits without getting burned. Lower down. If you're using a prop, you'll lift the hips, remove, hug your knees in. We'll hug the right knee in toward the chest, extend the left leg out on the mat. Take your twist, go left, drop your right arm out to the right. Turn your head if you can and hold for a breath. Return to center, release and go the other way. Hug your left knee in, right leg straighten it out. Twist to the right side, drop your left arm out. Turn your head if you can, one more breath. Coming back to center, hug the knees in again, deep breath in. Then exhale, forehead to the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shavasana, let go, extend the legs out, separate your feet, turn the palms face up. Closing your eyes, soften the eyebrows, unclenching the jaw, relaxing back into space. Let yourself feel light, untethered. Just enjoy these few moments of stillness before returning to your day. Feel free to remain longer if you have time to do so. Otherwise, I will leave you here. Thank you again for sharing your practice with me. Until we meet again on the mat, namaste.